Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping financial dynasties in the world, the family so wealthy, so powerful, and so influential that many say they own Singapore. From soy sauce beginnings to skyscrapers, oil, hotels, and entire districts of one of the richest nations on earth, this family's empire is valued by some analysts at nearly $1 trillion when you account for assets, trusts, and global holdings. This is the story of how they rose, how they spend, and how they shaped an entire country in their image. Let's get into it. 1. Origins. From soy sauce to skyscrapers, Ng Teng Fong was not born into privilege. His childhood in China was humble, working in his family's soy sauce factory before moving to Singapore. In 1960, with nothing but ambition, he founded Far East Organization. What started as a modest property business soon transformed into a real estate empire. Within 2 decades, he was crowned the King of Orchard Road, the man behind the malls, towers, and hotels that transformed Singapore into a shopping and financial capital. By the 1980s, Ng Teng Fong had expanded across Asia, founding Sino Group in Hong Kong. With his 2 sons, Philip and Robert Ng, he built parallel empires, one ruling Singapore's skylines, the other Hong Kong's. Together, the Ng family became one of the most powerful real estate dynasties in Asia, with control over more than 400 companies, billions in assets, and influence that quietly reached into politics, banking, and global finance. What made the Ngs unique wasn't just their business acumen. It was their ability to merge traditional family-run values with international ambition. They built with precision, reinvested constantly, and never let the family fortune fragment. Instead, generation after generation, their wealth has grown exponentially. The billion-dollar property empire of Far East Organization alone controls over 780 properties in Singapore, hotels, malls, office towers, and luxury condos. From Lucky Plaza to Far East Plaza, from Orchard Road malls to Sentosa resorts, their footprint covers every inch of the island. Their developments are not just buildings, they are landmarks that shape the daily lives of millions. In Hong Kong, Sino Group mirrors that dominance. Robert Ng, the elder son, oversees an empire of luxury residences, mega shopping complexes, and commercial hubs. Combined, the family is estimated to hold more than $150 billion in real estate assets. And that's just the properties publicly linked to them. Behind the scenes, through shell companies and trusts, insiders claim their global portfolio stretches from London hotels to Australian resorts, New York skyscrapers to Beijing business parks. For the average Singaporean, chances are that your daily commute, your shopping trip, or even your home is in some way tied to the Ng family fortune. Lifestyle of Asia's trillionaires. Despite their staggering wealth, the Ng family is notoriously private. You won't see them flaunting super yachts on Instagram or giving celebrity interviews. But their lifestyle is every bit as opulent as their fortune suggests. Their family estates span acres, filled with art collections, private theaters, and luxury fleets. They own private jets for discreet travel, multiple mansions in Hong Kong's Peak District, and sprawling compounds in Singapore's wealthiest neighborhoods. Their philanthropy is equally immense, funding universities, hospitals, and cultural institutions across Asia. For their children and heirs, life means elite boarding schools in the UK, Ivy League universities in the US, and early seats at billion-dollar boardroom tables. Groomed from birth, the next generation is already stepping into leadership roles, ensuring the dynasty continues unbroken. Power beyond business. Owning half a nation's skyline comes with more than wealth, it comes with power. The Ng family's influence stretches deep into Singapore's economy. GDP growth. Their companies are among the largest taxpayers in the nation, and their developments fuel jobs, tourism, and through Far East Orchard, Far East Hospitality, and Sino Land, they control thousands of hotel rooms across Asia, aligning themselves with global luxury brands. Their leverage extends into banking, with shares in major financial institutions, and into energy, with joint ventures in China and beyond. It's not an exaggeration to say, the NG family isn't just part of Singapore's story, they are the architects of it. The $1 trillion estimate officially, Forbes places the NG family fortune at around $15 minus 20 billion. But when analysts factor in trusts, holding companies, offshore assets, and generations of compounding investments, some insiders whisper a figure closer to $800 billion to $1 trillion. How is that possible? Because unlike many families, the NGs never divided their wealth. They structured it into trusts, consolidating growth and reinvestment for decades. Add in skyrocketing property values in Singapore and Hong Kong, hidden global portfolios, and decades of rental income, and you get one of the world's most quietly massive fortunes. To the outside world, they're billionaires, but in reality, they may be one of the few families on Earth whose net worth edges toward trillionaire status. Inside the hidden fortunes, offshore trusts and secret holdings, the NG family may appear in public as conservative billionaires, but behind the scenes, their fortune is carefully structured through a maze of offshore trusts, holding companies, and shell corporations. This is not unusual for dynasties of their scale. In fact, it's the reason their wealth is often underestimated. Take the Cayman Islands and the British Virgin Islands, for example, popular havens for Asia's elites. Reports suggest that layers of companies linked to the NG family have been traced back to these jurisdictions, each designed to protect assets, optimize taxes, and preserve privacy. It's not about secrecy for the sake of hiding. It's about safeguarding a $1 trillion empire from market swings, inheritance disputes, or hostile takeovers. Some insiders claim that entire portfolios of London properties, Manhattan skyscrapers, and European resorts are held under these offshore entities. If true, the family's real wealth could dwarf public estimates, and that, my friends, is the astonishing story of the NG family. The dynasty so powerful, so far-reaching, that some call them the trillionaire family of Singapore. From humble beginnings in a soy sauce shop to commanding global skyscrapers, luxury hotels, and hidden offshore fortunes, their story is nothing short of legendary. If you enjoyed this deep dive into untold wealth and power, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video uncovering the world's most powerful families and their secret empires. Tell me in the comments, do you think the NG family's fortune really tops $1 trillion, or is that just myth and mystery? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time.